Very excited.
Oof.
It's a big matchup, man. NYU's looking really good this year, but obviously UBC has a reputation to uphold.
Before that, everyone introduce themselves.
All right, yeah, good call. My name is Ricky R. Cryptic. I am the community manager for CSL and the interim broadcaster. And I'll let you the other two introduce yourselves.
Dire team band.
All right. Do you want to go next, or?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. I'm Ro16, player for Arizona State University, Dota 2.
Radiant team band.
I'm very excited to be casting this game. Looking forward to it.
I am Scott. I am a player for University of Toronto. I shitpost a lot and I meme a lot. Look forward to flaming.
Dire
Kappa.
team
Very
band.
nice.
Feels good.
All
Feels
right,
good.
so let's get right into the bans. We see a ban on Tiny, pretty popular offlaner, or mid laner, just pretty cancer hero all around. Disruptor banned up on the other side by NYU. Visage is a pretty targeted pick for mid. I'm assuming they studied up.
I'm kind of surprised they decided to ban out the Visage because I know UBC has a lot of strong Visage players. So really, they're not interested in running it for themselves, or NYU has a strat up their sleeve, maybe with a Visage.
I think like Visage right now is like almost always a mid hero pick, just because like he's kind of useless in lane, right? I don't think it's maybe BBT is too interested in that hero. Anyway, Naga Rubik Tide.
Rubik Tide opening from NYU. That's big.
Any
Want to
thoughts
set up
on,
with a Ravage.
thoughts on the draft so far?
Well, obviously, it's clear that NYU want to set up something with Ravage, but
10 seconds.
kind of interested to see how UBC will kind of counter that with the song. If like a Ravage play goes in and they just counter initiate with a song, maybe set up something else of their
Dire
own.
team band.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I really like Naga Siren. I think she's a really strong hero right now.
Yep.
She's very
No,
strong
no,
in lane. You can throw her either safe or off or just roam. So good against Tide Hunter as well.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty nervous for NYU about this early Tide pick, because when you see a Tide in lane, right, you can like pick heroes that have okay time against it, like kill potential, or at the very least pick a ranged hero, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Gyro is that hero. I mean, Rocket Barrage, not affected by Kraken Shell or anything. He's really easy to
Right,
take
no
out
doubt.
Hunter.
Unfortunately, the Kraken Shell will purge the stun from the rocket homing missile.
It's not too relevant early game though, because it's like a 600
no
HP
doubt.
threshold, and he has 600 HP.
Yeah. One purge feels bad, man.
10 seconds.
But yeah, like I feel like the biggest issue here is that like unless they decided to do like a really strong aggro dual lane, or potentially even a tri lane, and sending a Tide to like solo laner, Tide's gonna definitely struggle against Naga Gyro. It's a really cancerous kill lane.
I think another problem NYU is going to have if they want to focus around the Tide, they're going to be playing on a long cooldown. Ravage is going to be like, okay, well, we used Ravage, now what do we do for the next like 2 minutes? Oh, just go farm over and over.
Alright, so we see a Skywrath ban. Radiant, interesting. I guess more pocket strats? The NYU, I have no clue of.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, Big One Theory likes Skywrath. It's like a hero of his that he likes to play a lot, so I'm kind of confused as to why they ban it. But maybe...
Yeah, that's true. I've seen him played a lot.
Yeah, maybe they'll do something else.
Juggernaut's definitely a good pick versus Gyrocopter, though. You can get away with really just getting away from all of Gyro's ability.
Yeah, the spin is very handy against Gyro's, any sort of Gyro's early game damage. Later in the game, I guess Gyro has better team fight, but then like, unless you get ancient stacks, typically Jug farms a lot faster, especially if it goes for Fury.
No doubt. And I think again, like NYU is playing on these longer cooldowns. Like Omni Slash is again another long cooldown that they're gonna have to deal with.
You know, I see the Tinker ban on NYU, and I'm pretty sure that was motivated by the fact that they want to leave. I'm pretty sure UBC is just gonna like delay this game to like 4 AM or something, and just to like piss the living hell out of NYU and make them forfeit.
I hope not. I want to see a good game. I already feel bad that the game got delayed due to the client problems, but it, you know, like it is what it is. Like we didn't wake up this morning knowing there was gonna be a 5-hour delay on matchmaking.
Unfortunate.
Oh please.
Anyway, I guess in terms of the Naga is actually really good in struggling around.
Yeah,
you just tank the Omni Slash, if you net after a spin, you can like stop him from
TP.
moving.
Yeah.
And then you can also isolate the jug with Song if he's spinning. All sorts of disgusting things.
Burst him down while he's spinning, free kill, and then just kill the rest of his team.
A puck.
Could be an offlane puck. Most likely will be an offlane
Yeah,
puck.
I like
Get away from the jug.
I like the pick here because, like you said, it's open. It could be a mid, it could be an off lane.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's a great way to get away from jug, especially if he's going to be like spinning on you early.
10 seconds.
You definitely want
remaining.
something to disengage.
Yeah, for sure. Like I guess it really
5
depends on their
seconds
like
remaining.
next support, right? Because
Right.
Rubik Jug don't do much to lock down puck.
Exactly.
With that
You're going
said-
to need like a solid, like, guaranteed stun kind of.
Yeah, if they pick like a Bane or something, I don't see this puck having. But yeah, the puck can also even just like they can even go like aggro try with the gyro and like force the puck 1v1 gets a
Radiant
tie.
team picked.
I'm pretty sure puck wins that. Zeus. Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
I mean, I love Zeus. Personally, he's one of my favorite heroes in Dota 2. But
I think he's going to be very annoying for the gyro, like, earlier before gyro gets a BKB.
yeah,
You
this is
can't, like,
weird.
10
Zeus
seconds
is just going to hurt him a lot.
I
Gyro
feel
doesn't
like
really have a strong magic resist.
5 seconds.
I don't know
remaining.
what pick he had this early though. Like if you want to run the pocket strat,
Dire
but like
team
you have last pick, right? Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
they had second
god,
pick.
no.
Dark Willow.
Oh,
That's
cool
dirty.
Willow.
No,
Cool
okay,
Willow,
so
boys.
here's the thing. I play a lot of Dark Willow, and playing Dark Willow into Zeus is actually impossible. Like, that hero is gonna die every time he ults. I don't-
Right, the bolt goes through like the
10
phase
seconds.
W,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Ground target?
Zeus actually kills her with a WQ ult.
5 seconds.
Like,
remaining.
like that's legitimately how much health she has. So it's gonna
But
be
here's the
interesting.
thing.
I've played this matchup a lot, and it does not go well for me.
Willow is
Interesting.
extremely good at locking down these heroes, though.
Yeah,
So, like,
that's
Jug,
true.
after he uses spin, like, what's he gonna do, you know? Unless he buys, like, a Manta or something.
Mhm.
How's he gonna get away from all of these stuns? Like, Puck silences him, sure, but, like, when you Manta purge it, then Willow's just gonna stun you forever.
Mhm.
I think that's
With that
something
said, though,
will-
I'm still pretty unsure of like why the Dire NYU decided to pick the Zeus now. Like, is
You think
there
they should have
other
saved the last
support
pick?
that big of like important to say for last pick? I don't think so, right? Because
Yeah.
now Radiant could potentially pick like a counter mid to
Right.
the Zeus. Like, I can't
Right.
think of any top of my head. Maybe like, what does counter Zeus mid like?
I think you can run, like,
What
a
counters Zeus
DP and
mid?
just run at him.
Yeah, I guess anything with kill potential. They have a roaming,
Yeah, anything with kill potential.
roaming Naga, Willow. That's
I think
pretty
you can,
scary
like,
to be
honestly
a
just
Zeus.
go Pugna versus him, or, like, Quap or
Yeah.
something.
I mean, a lot of
and then
times
just-
you
Quap's
just like
nice.
can trade the lane, right? Like Zeus is gonna most of the time find farm, and it's just probably better to find a hero that's not gonna just lose the lane.
Exactly.
I know BBT plays SF. That could maybe be a decent option. They trade farm and like
Radiant
it gets to
team
a point
back.
where SF has enough damage to literally like deny the Zeus's arc flight lane, which can be pretty. Oh, see, they banned it. They don't want that sort of matchup, especially when
Right.
they have really two strong aggressive supports on the other side. I'm guessing, yeah, something like you said, a Quap or something.
Well,
10
one thing we haven't
seconds
considered is
remaining.
this potentially being a support Zeus as well. If you think about
Ooh,
it,
that
Dire
would be
hasn't
interesting.
picked up
Remaining.
like it's very rare that you see a support picked last, and support Zeus isn't bad if you go offlane harass with it. So
Radiant
Uh,
team.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I think you want to give this Tide levels early, especially if he's going to get shut down in his lane pretty hard. You're
Yeah.
going to want to give him like anything he can get at the start.
Yeah, I agree because like if you want to duel him with a Tide, right, you need something he can kill with or like right? Because otherwise, if
10
you're just
seconds
dueling
remaining.
that can be killed, and Zeus and Tide can both be killed early on
5
by like
seconds
Willow,
remaining.
Gyro, Naga, right? Then it's a pretty useless dueling. You're just both there soaking XP and like hugging each other while the other one dies. It feels
Right.
bad.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with their last pick here.
You guys think
Oh,
it's going to
they
be a
banned the Shaker?
4? Will it be a 4 Willow or a 4 Naga? What do you think?
I would like Willow and Naga kind of both just need one item, but I
Right.
think Willow is better with the Yules, but Meteor Hammer is pretty damn strong. So I don't know. I
probably
guess it kind
trade
of depends on
for
this
it.
last
I
pick.
would personally think a 4 Naga and a 5 Willow because two reasons really. Because one, I know Ko is 5 and he plays the even though like he played Naga against us, I know he's a dirty Willow spammer. But the bigger thing is that like, I guess Willow needs levels, right? She's better to just be static in lane. She's not the best roamer early on. Whereas Naga, you give her a net, you give her a Riptide, she can roam decently well. She's pretty fast and all that. So I think they might be better with a 4 and 5 split that way.
All right,
but more
looks like we're looking at a mid gyro probably.
I think we're looking at an off lane gyro, safe lane Ursa.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean either gyro or puck can go.
I'm pretty sure this is a mid gyro off lane puck. And then
I think it's really open right now. Like I don't think they have to decide. They just want some like aggressive war or scouting done, like smoke is 5 maybe, and see like where they're laning, right? Because ideally you would want either Ursa or anyone against a Tide, really.
You definitely want the Ursa versus Tide, though. I feel like that's different.
What?
Okay, I'm super stoked for this.
This draft is so...
We're getting some mid 1 strats here. Phoenix mid.
Oh, wait, do you know their NYU's mid player? Is it actually the Phoenix?
Oh, Big Bun's playing Ursa.
Big Bun's on Ursa. Okay, so
Alright,
Ursa
so it's probably
mid?
Ursa mid. Yeah.
Okay, this is some weird... I really have no idea how these are going to work out, but... we will see. We'll see what happens.
So based on what I know of UBC's players, right? I'm pretty off lane, or rather, she's gonna solo, right? And they're gonna try to like group around the gyro. Whether they go aggro or safe, I'm not sure yet. And Ursa is definitely gonna be mid. I think the idea with the Ursa mid is that you just get like a fast boots and maybe a rotation from a support, just run at the Zeus any chance you get.
So who guys favoring in terms of the draft?
So,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just favoring UBC. It has like really well put together. This early game, team fight, mid game, late game. All of it makes sense, right? Whereas I feel like NYU is a bit of a mishmash, but that's because I've never seen this kind of draft before. I really hope it works, but I don't think it will.
So one thing to note, it looks like we're frozen in.
Oh, are they frozen?
Are they frozen?
Yeah, looks like we're frozen. Oh.
Oh,
whoa. Oh.
Nah, we're good.
Not frozen, but I need to turn down my volume. Sorry, everyone who's wearing headphones.
I think it just takes a bit of a while to like load in. Anyway, let's introduce the players.
Give me a second. Whoop. I'm just gonna.
Sure.
Turn the game sounds
you got
down
UBC?
slightly.
UBC?
Alright,
I'll do
NYU. We'll start with UBC down here.
Go for it, no.
Alright, so as we mentioned, we have Big Bun Theory on the Ursa, Shinibaba on Gyro, Ko on the Dark Willow, Up on Naga, and Jellybean on Bob. Wait. Jellybean Bob? Jellybean Bob on Puck. Alright, so I want to start with the Phoenix and go through Dire.
Yeah, we got on NYU, we got Euron on the Phoenix. We have JRX on Tidehunter. We have Ice Fro 9. Yes, that's Ice Frog on Zeus. We have Y on Juggernaut and Reach on Rubik. Looks like there's going to be a little clash towards the top lane, scaling up some vision.
To battle.
And UBC's bringing a few heroes up here. Try to get an early rune or two. Yeah, so it looks like the puck will be starting top in the off lane. They have 3 heroes up there. Big Bun Theory looking like he's going to be mid. On the Ursa versus the Zeus. I'm interested to see how this mid lane matchup's going to go out.
Alright, well, based on the positionings, we can assume it's going to be, Oh, I actually don't like that. He's still Naga level 1. I mean, net level 1 on Naga. That's...
So,
yeah.
EBT's moving bottom, actually, so maybe they're going to put the Ursa versus the Tide and have Shinbaba go mid, which is kind of interesting because BBT is usually their mid laner.
Yeah, Ursa, I mean, a notorious Tide counter, right? So the Phoenix helps out with that a lot, so we'll see how that lane turns out. But you were right,
it's a strong
Gyro mid versus Zeus.
Counter with like levels and support, but like Tide can be really annoying early on for sure, unless the Fury start to build up too much. I guess which lane are we going to be focusing on? Top probably has the most kill potential.
Yeah, I'm looking at top right now. We'll see kind of what happens with the other lanes. The mid lane's gonna kind of be a wash, I think. It's just gonna be two people
They're just gonna
farming.
be trading farm.
Yeah, we should just watch for rotations on the mid lane. But like, I feel like the action's gonna either happen bottom or top somehow, somewhere. I really don't like this Naga net because even though you baited a spin, you have like no map presence, like no lane presence now, right? Until you get level 2.
And now
It's gonna
Naga
come
just
bottom.
came bot.
They might be searching for a kill. They're gonna go on to the Tide Hunter, maybe? No, just pressuring it. I think this is something I was talking about though, in the draft, right? Like, NYU, they have, again, like a lot of long cooldown abilities. Like Phoenix is like 100 seconds on egg, right? And like Zeus, I mean, yeah, you can get like lower cooldowns on your ulti and like get ags and stuff, but you're still gonna be playing around these long cooldown abilities. Your lips
Yeah,
really be
that's a huge factor, especially like as funny as it sounds. Even with Ravage Phoenix egg, Radiant
It's a nasty
don't
combo.
necessarily. Yeah, but Radiant don't necessarily don't have the worst team. They have strong team
Yeah.
fight.
Phoenix
initiation
rooted bottom,
and
gonna get gone on,
initiation.
but probably will just walk away. Taking a
Yeah,
good
he's
amount of
fine. He's
harass
a
though.
fairy fire.
BBT not interested in going for that kill. Just focusing
Yeah,
on
looks
farming.
like Ty's gonna opt to just go for the bounty rune instead of helping.
Another issue I see is the sort of lack of real disable on the side of the Dire. You have Ravage and you have Telekinesis. Is there anything else?
Not really early game. You don't really have anything to rely on. It's really interesting with the Willow because UBC will have like a lot of. I mean, Willow is a really great, kit. A lot of abilities to like lock down. He just used the orb top. They might be making a play on Beam, Jelly Bean Bot. gonna spin.
It's close. I don't think it's
Kill.
gonna. Oh,
Get
nice.
first blood for NYU.
Just enough.
Last of
Gonna
my
take
Feels
Ad
bad.
first
I was
in
not
this.
watching that. Whoops.
It was
Don't mind
awkward.
me.
Top
It's
tower
fine.
is under attack.
We'll get the
T-Tours.
next one, guys. T-Tours in chat box. Fixing a not appearing offline. There we go. All right.
XD.
X
Zeus is getting bullied in the middle lane by Gyro.
just rocket spam.
I mean, yeah, they're trading farm, but like,
What's a
what can
CS
you do
right
really?
now?
this is
CS
actually
quite
pretty even. Yeah, it's almost dead even.
But that's because Zeus has the ability to just really sit from afar and just zap creep wave.
The only like real main difference is the off lanes. Puck having definitely more than the Tidehunter, but
Yeah, no doubt. I think also, but you have to keep in mind, right? They're dual laning this bottom, so Tide's not going to get as much. But also, UBC has a really strong tri lane. Like,
going
there's
up
a lot
on
of
the
kill
Puck
potential
top,
with it.
looks like they might get him
Don't
here.
forget.
They will.
Another
Why
good
will
shot.
the
Jog is
Counter
gonna
tower?
actually die.
I think it's worth it. You get more gold and you get the EXP for it. I think it's pretty worth it for
No doubt, and this creep wave is
Dire.
pushing up too, so it's just gonna die to the, like, your creep wave is just gonna die to the tower, and by the time he respawns, his creep wave will already be,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really true.
So he's gonna
because,
lose, like,
he
maybe
died
one
recently.
creep. But,
Yeah,
like,
he's
He
gonna
lost
miss
a full
both runes
creep
too,
wave.
so that's pretty big.
yeah,
very
and
unfortunate.
Jelly Bean Bob lost a full creep.
Still, he's level 4 by 4 minutes. He has 2 deaths, but like it's not the worst. He's still getting level. He's
Could be a
getting
play on
okay with
Zeus.
farm.
No, the end of
Zeus
this
making a
rune.
mistake possibly for going for that.
No, the end of this rune will save him. Just barely.
How do you guys feel about this gyro skill build? Like it, I think
I really think he should be maxing the missile, to be honest, because that's his way of setup, right? And that's like the only way you're really gonna get a lot of damage on the Zeus. Otherwise, he's just gonna disengage. They're gonna net on the Zeus mid with a rocket barrage.
that's a
that'll be
kill, but like
dead.
I believe Poe is dead. If you get what?
Radiant's middle
No,
tower
up
is
is
under
not
attack.
gonna die.
Telekinesis?
Okay,
Telekinesis
interesting.
will be
Telekinesis.
Gyro.
Telekinesis. That's a bit greedy. Well, regardless, Gyro basically went the full like run at you magic burst build, right? But like with no
Right.
levels and flak, he's gonna have a hard time flash farming later on,
Yeah,
Right, no.
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
I really think he should have just like put a lot of points in missile and then like maybe a quality point or two in barrage and then just go flat. It's
Anyone
like,
else?
His only kill potential in this middle lane is with rocket barrage, with his homing missile, right? Unless he has a setup support like stun, and he's not gonna flash farm without flat cannon.
Hey,
Still, sorry, go
Question:
on.
I'm not a resident Tide specialist here, but Stout Shield, that doesn't stack.
Yes, Doubt
With
Shield
Kraken
does
Shield.
not.
It does not stack,
with
no.
Kraken Shield.
Nice, and I missed a kill looking at the Tidehunter. Okay, nice. Feels good.
UT will kill the Phoenix spawn.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Probably
Yeah,
just
so-
Coast on Curse Crown.
Ghost on, yeah, Rich Crown. And it might have been on the Phoenix while he was diving. I actually didn't catch that kill either.
No,
But,
the dive was actually like off cooldown, so like it got, I don't know how, but like he got stunned before he got the dive off somehow.
Yeah, so this Kraken Shell does not stack with Stout Shell, and actually, I remember a team did this against us, and like they went Kraken Shell and like got a Stout Shell as well. It does not actually stack with it.
going on Zeus again mid, the ult on Gyro is that one.
Solid kill.
It's a solid kill as well.
Oh,
But can they return the
died.
favor? Looks like he will die to
It's
these
a regen
spirits.
move.
denied by Roche.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not gonna get close.
Nice spirits by the Phoenix. That
Yeah.
was really
Yeah,
Very well
nice
really
played.
targeting.
lucky by your end.
But yeah, I want to really emphasize something. Even though Puck died twice top, look at the creep equilibrium, right? Like, I don't know why Radiant hasn't been pulling too well, or Puck has just been doing Puck things, right? But you see,
Right.
this offlane Puck is level
Radiant's middle
6,
tower is
and
under
you see this
attack.
Tide is level 3. Like, the disparity is huge.
Yeah.
Even though you
Yeah, no.
die more, like, it's worth it in the end.
Right, you just gotta make those big plays, like in the offlane. Like, you gotta suck it up, just die if you need to, but like, as long as you're getting what you need out of it, then at the end of the day, you know,
That's
Oh,
good.
and speaking of double, counter kill.
they're gonna actually kill the Jug. They rotated the Ursa up top.
That was
Yeah.
a really nice smoke, honestly.
Coil
really strong
down for
idea.
that, but
Was it even a smoke?
definitely worth it. No, they
No,
wrapped
they just
in from
TP'd.
the mid lane, yeah.
Really, because like you see this like aggressive dire ward, right? I would assume it would have caught something. Or did they like walk up from the river?
They came this way,
I see.
and that's dead.
And they're gonna actually dive onto the Rubik and kill him under tower as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Net
lane
doing
would have
right.
very much fallen apart.
And
Bottom,
EBT is actually
hello.
closing in on a blue. Jug's
Oh, do you really want
Yeah.
TP into that?
I don't know if this was the play. It's gonna
That's
take a lot of
coming.
damage. I think they're gonna go for the dive. They're definitely going for the dive. Jug gets an Omni Slash off, but for
Under
what?
attack.
Looks like he's gonna die.
And you just use this extra 75 gold.
Phoenix is gonna TP in as well. They might try to search for the kill in Ursa.
Mercy
They might
wrap
actually kill
around, gonna
Rubik
kill
as
that
well.
Rubik.
This is
Rubik.
wrapping around of Rubik.
Dire's
Rubik
top
is gonna
tower
go down as
under
well.
attack.
Unfortunate
Oh.
series of
Oh,
events.
it's not over yet.
NYU.
Now they're actually gonna run down the Phoenix. The dive will let him get away. Ursa's taking actually a lot of damage from the
He's
tower.
dead.
Oh, Zeus
Radiant's
ulted!
bottom tower
And
is
so-
under
Oh, that's
attack.
Spearbird,
Taking a lot of
Spearbird!
damage from the Fire Spirits. He's gonna barely survive. The coil will be
Oh.
dropped.
Oh,
Oh,
Just
big
barely. Oh, died to
plays.
Zeus.
Zeus triple kill incoming!
But Zeus is
Oh,
coming
okay,
in.
Naga
He's
Juka?
wrapping and killing everybody.
And he knows
searching
there's no
for-
mana on this
Catches him
Naga,
with
so
the
he
bow.
should die here.
Naga does not have enough mana to
And
TP.
bolts.
Zeus will run him
Here's
down.
Triple kill.
Triple
Beautiful.
kill for Ice
That's
Fire.
his Veil done, by the way, guys. So like,
Yeah. This is
Extremely,
Zeus.
uh,
Early
good
game,
time.
he's a great hero. And he's
Like,
he's good late game too. It's just this is where he really shines. That level 4 bolt.
like it
And
felt
well,
like
it looked like it was going so well for UBC. Zeus just comes in and turns it around.
yeah, like I felt like NYU's like pretty much only win condition is either like amazingly strong team fights, that or like heavily snowball lanes, right? It looked like it went well, but with snowball, Zeus might be able to change things drastically if he rotates.
Yeah, Nurse was actually closing in on his.
They're gonna
big
make a
red.
move onto the Tidehunter here in the jungle. He's
Yes, they
definitely.
Yeah, oh, that's
good.
good.
He gets the TP.
Crown.
Success.
Oh, he
Oh, the
purged
Kraken shell!
the Kraken shall purge the cursed crown.
Oh, you know Ko's bad from that.
I like. We talked
know he's
earlier.
mad.
He gets one purge, and that was it. So
But they're gonna go on to the Zeus. The net will be there. Ursa and the Rage. The lift telekinesis is gonna be there. The Phoenix egg is shrunk. Zeus will go down.
It's not
but
as
it looks
dead.
like the Naga will
We know that.
so you do get the kill on the Naga. Looks
UBC
they're
wants
trying to
more.
continue.
Get
I think
the-
they're being aggressive. And remember, you can TP into the shrine.
I don't think any other kills will
This
be
is this is
Anyway,
the lack of
10
experience
minutes
on the
mark.
Tidehunter right here, showing really hard.
great, but this is Ursa's Blink Dagger, right? And this is when UBC want to get
Radiant's
like they want to get
middle
moving.
tower is under attack.
Like they're gonna want to start searching for more kills. I mean, they already have, right? And that's what they're doing. They're playing this fast tempo game, and I think they want to just like keep playing against these long cooldowns of NYU, right? Like, okay, they use Phoenix Egg, right? So right now, let's just run at them. Let's run at this Phoenix. He has nothing. He's dive, but we'll stun him. He's dead.
This Tidehunter really needs 6 to get into the game. If they had 6 at that last fight, it could have been pretty good, but Unfortunately
And
not.
Big Panther is gonna dive into the Phoenix, but the Zeus TP'd in, and he did not notice.
Oh, I don't know about the spin. It's close.
So
I
Big
think
Panther's gonna dive off. And meanwhile, top.
Looks like
Nice.
I caught the tail end of that kill, but Puck
You know,
TP'd out
it-
top barely, and then
that was a bit of miscommunication on the side of the. I don't know if Zeus ult was like still on cooldown, but like Puck's HP was low enough for Zeus ulti to kill.
it definitely was.
I think they were just more focused on the kill bottom when they got the Ursa.
Yeah, but I feel like it's something like if you're on TeamSpeak, you're just screaming Zeus ult
Radiant's top tower
in
is
your
under
whole
attack.
like.
Alright, let's take a look at net worth now. See where we're at. Zeus, top of the charts, but it's actually pretty
Dire's
close.
bottom tower
We
is under
followed by
attack.
Ursa and Gyro.
Net worth.
Top
you know,
5
of
all
course,
pretty close to
pretty
each other.
Actually, you might want to make a play onto Puck, but UBC is actually right behind the tower, smoked out. They have the blink on the Ursa, they might want to make a play here. Net onto the jug, but he gets a spin off Dream Coil, drop as well. Zeus is gonna fall. And doesn't look like any other kills.
gonna use Naga ult to
They
catch?
might catch the roof.
Oh, Naga
Where's
ult.
the song? Just isolated the jug and the Phoenix away from the rest of the fight. Rubik steals the song, he uses the song to counter.
What an
They're
amazing...
gonna
We
make
got
Ravage
egg.
coming in with Ravage. Phoenix Egg will be dropped onto the Naga. Omni Slash as well.
Into Ravage.
Oh, it's a Ravage!
The Phoenix Egg will go off. Ursa's gonna die. Rubik also gonna die with Puck coming in from the backline, killing
Jug's
Rubik.
dead. Speed for two still far.
Wow,
I think it's engage. Oh, but this Phoenix might legit
Jar
kill
Conquer
this
trying to make a
gyro.
plan to Ravage onto the Titan.
Oh,
Spirit,
Anchor Smash.
Phoenix
Oh,
that's
gets the
gonna
Fire Spirit off. Then the Zeus ult kills off the Gyrocopter. Zeus gonna TP in as
oh my
well.
god, what a
Triple kill
bloodbath.
for the Puck.
Oh, the creep body block! Feels bad.
Doesn't look like he'll catch this Puck.
That
What
was...
a huge turnaround from NYU though.
Yeah,
The
that was
Tidehunter
a
coming in,
great
Rubik
play.
stealing the song. Like, big turnaround.
I feel like the important thing to note, Ko wasn't there. Report Ko, no TP. XD.
Radiant's middle tower is under
The
attack.
Ko is not there. The Terrorize could have been big. Maybe get the Tidehunter away before he could pop a rap. But definitely, like, you know, the song being stolen was definitely really big for NYU to turn that
Yeah,
fight.
that turned
That
it
was an
really
amazing
well.
play.
I would have liked to see Phoenix get a little closer into the fight before
Dire's
using
middle
Egg
tower
initially,
is under
but
attack.
overall, that was an amazing turn.
And a big thing during that fight, right, was Big Bone Theory, he popped Enrage and Overpower to try to kill off the Phoenix Egg, but the Tide was able to get the Ravage off in time, so Ursa really had nothing to get away. Looks like they
Dire's
might
top
want to make a
tower
play on
is
Roche,
under
but
attack.
NYU, they have the vision for that, so they'll... UBC's gonna go top, try to get the tower down.
I feel like the biggest issue for NYU is still the Tide's level. If you
Radiant's
look at the
middle
Puck, he's
tower
level
is under
12.
attack.
Tide's actually the lowest
Dire's
level in the
top
game,
tower
at level
is
6
under
still.
attack.
I don't
Right,
think this
Tide's
is
definitely
like...
struggle. But again, right, they just use him for this rap. So, like, Tide doesn't really have to be relevant for another 40 seconds until he is wrapped. Kind of interesting to see that he went Arcane Boots Soul Ring. I think he really only needed one of those. Maybe just gone Brown Boots instead if he was gonna be committed for the Soul Ring and just get a Blink Dagger, because I think that's what they really want to focus on, right? Tidehunter initiating, Phoenix jumping in with Egg, and then just kill off everybody.
Looks like
Dire's
UBC's
middle
gonna
tower
opt to
is
defend
under
the middle
attack.
tower here, so
Yeah.
let's see how this turns out.
Ursa's a
Oh,
TP,
Jug taking a lot of damage. He's silenced. Jug is gonna go down.
Dead.
Terrorize coming in from Rubik. He's feared. He's going into
Coil
the
was
Phoenix
fallen by Rubik,
Egg.
actually. Pretty nice.
This should be the
He's
end
gonna
of Zeus as well.
Oh, that's a rip.
3 for 0 for
Radiant's bottom
UBC.
tower
And
is
this
under
was
They
something
defend
you
their
mentioned
tower.
earlier at the beginning of the draft is NYU have these really long cooldown ultimates, and that really showed
Right.
right there. Ravage just being a few seconds off
Dire's
cooldown,
middle
and
tower is
couldn't
under
really
attack.
use the egg anyway effectively.
Right, and the Zeus was really locked down for the majority of that fight, so he couldn't really get his stuns off and his spells. And then Jug was
I
just
know,
like, NYU's gonna TP in, they might want to defend this tower as well. They do have their ultimates up now, so UBC's gonna have to play this a little more cautiously. They might even just decide to give up their tower. Looks like all the cores are just leaving.
Oh, they might be able to like do something if they regen. The song's back on cooldown.
Will go the way of
Radiant's
NYU,
middle
though.
tower
NYU
is
will
falling.
disadvantage. But the stun onto 2 heroes. Now UBC opt to not go for anything. A lot. I think these drums are really gonna, you know, increase his farm efficiency.
And we see Ursa going for an Orchid, actually. That's
quite interesting, actually. To lock down the Jug, I suppose. I mean, Jug's not gonna have Manta for a long time. And he's still going for this Battle Fury, which does not have yet. And he's still quite a ways away from it. About
NYU looking like they're making a
gold.
move onto the Ursa down here. Phoenix is still available. The rest of the team's smoked up behind. So
I mean, there's no way he like falls for this, right? You just see a Phoenix like in front of the
Naga's gonna TP in as well. Yeah, he's running away. Naga's gonna scout for the time after, and they go to Ravage after that Naga.
Can she get
I
the
don't know
song
about
off?
that.
No, she does not.
I don't know if that's worth it though. You gotta support Naga,
Right, you
use Ravage.
You kill off the Naga, and now UBC just wants to take this top tower. Like, they have 3 heroes up here. Yeah, NYU might get this bottom tier 1. They blew Ravage though, right? They have nothing to defend this with except for Phoenix. And Jug's just gonna run away.
Dire's top
It looks like this tower's gonna take a lot of damage, if not fall. Unless NYU decides to TP in, which they are. There's a TP onto the shrine, and the Tidehunter will TP to tower, so is Phoenix.
Great ward
And
placement.
UBC is
Actually
in
seeing
full
the
retreat.
TPs of the shrine.
They're gonna drop it all down. The Puck's
Actually-
gonna go in. It's bursting down the Rubik, and Rubik's gonna drop. Drink Coil as well. The Drink Coil's gonna snap onto the Tidehunter. It's gonna take so much damage. But the healing ward is keeping him up.
Looks like they'll stop their pursuit
Oh,
there.
I think the Ursa
UBC
might
has
be
no
diving.
damage. He wants to go in. The rocket will go
Radiant's
onto the
bottom
Phoenix,
tower
but Big
is under
Bun
attack.
still looking
Ravage
for a
still
flank. They're
put
pinging
out.
him out. They know
NHU see him, yeah.
They know he's there.
Or NYU. Oops.
Definitely do not want to be fighting into this double damage Ursa. Is really strong right now. But BBT really wants to go in, wants to get maximum usage of this double damage.
Oh, there's no way you go for that, right? That's
Oh, but the song comes out.
That's an unfortunate time to try and
is
de-ward.
under attack.
Burst down the Zeus, he's gonna drop. Phoenix not even. Phoenix will drop the egg, but without
nice with the
Ravage.
Ursa. Oh,
But the
oh my
telekinesis
god, the spin!
spins big as well.
Oh,
Off
the
the gyro
oh my god.
and the no. Not gonna catch the
Anchor
Ursa.
smash!
It's a
Smash is
game.
gonna catch. But Puck jumps back in to kill off the Titan to get a revenge for his fallen team.
He has Rocket Barrage. This could kill him
He has
for
the
sure.
Rocket Barrage!
Oh, a bit too late.
Not enough. Big turnaround for NYU again. Somehow, Rubik really coming in clutch for them.
Yeah. Fight recap kind of even for both sides, really.
Yeah, Rubik is
That's
really making big
was like
plays.
one level higher. That team fight would have been like just a 5-man wipe because
Right.
that was just a smart lift on the Ursa. You prevent. He already used rage. You prevent the mass attack speed. Unfortunately,
NYU is
5
really-
hits.
Hey,
They're
any of you
playing
guys
the
remember
fights
the hotkey
extremely well.
for the graphs at all?
Radiant's
Forehead.
bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know why, but on my screen it doesn't show it at all.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
it
seeing
doesn't
it
show
either,
on
but
mine
there's a... I want to say there is a hotkey for them, but I don't want to go into my settings and look for it.
Also, keep in mind that fight top that happened was without Ravage as well. So I think NYU's, I mean, they're fighting like incredibly strong, but without these long cooldown ultimates that they have. So
Like honestly,
I mean, I
I
can't
think
imagine.
UBC
Like,
just have should have an advantage, but NYU is just making these clutch fights. Like UBC are
Right.
just overextending it just a little too much.
they're just gonna jump on the
Okay,
Zeus, but
my
they see
mouse
it.
just...
Jug is there as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
They are gonna
is
kill
under
off the Zeus
Oh!
with the Omni Slash.
Oh!
Phoenix heal as well. Naga
This
might be
defines
dropped as well.
Japan.
The spin.
Naga's
And they're
dead
gonna
too.
chase
I
the
think
Naga
these
in
early
the tower.
towers now.
He's dead as
Under
well.
attack.
This tier 1 tower's definitely dead. NYU
Yeah.
making really good rotations.
Solid rotations, but I also feel it's like just too aggressive by the Ursa.
Right. Yeah, you see
Either
nobody
tier
on the
1
map.
tower, right?
Yeah, you see nobody on the map and you're out farming by yourself. And that's definitely an aggressive play he decided to make on the Zeus. He only saw the Zeus, right?
Dire's
I think
top
just
tower
making
I
a
think
play
it
for
would
that.
have been okay if he saved his ulti at the very least, but he insta-pop burst damage, I get it, but like, when you fail the burst, and Phoenix gets his clutch Spire Spirit on you,
Oh,
it's
they're
just
gonna jump on
over.
the Rubik. Rubik's just gonna die.
Dire's middle
No,
tower
he's not.
is under
Opting
attack.
to not die
barely-
yet, but
Oh,
probably
Jelly
no.
Bean wants him. He's gonna drop the coil and we'll get him. Oh, he drops the coil back on Jelly
But you
Bean.
missed the coil.
Missed actually. He phase shifted it.
But
I'm
then
gonna
you
kill
Coe
off.
was down as well.
Coe's gonna die as well.
Oh, career? Oh, nice sport. And overblink by...
Jelly
Okay,
Bean
I think this
is
might
deep.
be a big greedy.
And he wants
Well,
to get
no,
out.
TP cancel though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
yeah, something I mentioned earlier. Zeus good against Willow. He took a bolt and an ult and an anchor smash, and he was just dead.
Yeah, like things are honestly looking good for NYU if they keep holding and fighting like this. Phoenix is in Midas. He's gonna get some nice items in the near future. Jug has Battle Fury, Farm Accelerator, and Zeus has duels, right? He can like survive the Ursa. He can purge off the Orchid. He can do like a new number of annoying things.
Yeah, this puck is really the well, also right now, he's absolutely massive. Blink Yules as well as the Veil of Discord.
Yeah, most farmed hero in the game.
Yeah. So that's kind of surprising.
Just Kyle things, man.
UBC's actually playing super aggressive on the top lane, trying to get this tier. I think they definitely want to get it to, you know, have full map and like have that map control of NYU's jump. Just try to force them to have like as many farming capabilities. UBC's gonna ping out Roche as well.
Who do you think has the late game, guys? Because I'm thinking more about it. I mean, the more I think about it, I think NYU might have a stronger late game. Maybe.
I think NYU, again, like, right, if they play around these ultimates, they're going to win the fights, no doubt. And since UBC doesn't really have these BKBs right now, it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to die to Rabbit. Or, like, Zeus bursts me, right? But I think once UBC has, like, the BKB on Gyro, right, he's just going to run. You can't really kill him. You can use Omni Slash, right? Like, Gyro has, like, so much, like, his health pool with these drums, and then once he has the BKB, it's going to be, like, too much for you to kill him with Omni Slash. And then all of a sudden you have like the rest of the UBC jumping on you.
Yeah, in hindsight, it might have been better for the Ursa to just go straight BKB over.
Right,
like,
yeah, that's something else I was gonna.
All ults up on NYU, and they know that UBC's here thanks to the ward in the back end, so they're gonna try and progress.
We have the Veil onto Zeus Coil, and Coil's gonna drop on the time after Zeus. Ravage is gonna go off as well. Fall down, no one dead quite yet. The Zeus is going to burst down. Phoenix Egg dropped as well, but the song to try to disengage, but it's not enough. Naga's gonna die to the Phoenix. Just
Puck
barely getting out, but no,
lift.
They don't have the lift up yet. And somehow UBC getting away with only losing one hero.
Yeah, that looked like it was gonna be a lot worse.
I think the Zeus needs to not go the Ags right now, and either get or a Ghost Scepter, because he's just getting jumped on and be so aggressive positioning, right?
I think even if you get the Ghost Scepter, right, there's so much magical damage from UBC with the Puck and the Willow.
Yeah.
And the Gyro for that matter, too.
The Ags
so yeah, definitely a 4-staff, something like that.
Yeah, he definitely needs some way to disengage. Sure, he has the use, but I think the 4-staff will definitely be much better for him.
One big oversight I just realized, they let this ward go to full duration even after they just scouted it in the very beginning, so... The one behind their tier 2 top. Like, they scouted it when it was placed and they never went back and dewarded it.
Yo, guys, I believe this Phoenix is going... Oh, never mind. I thought he had, like, 0.5k gold up. I thought he was going for Radiance. Instead, he goes for a full-on Crimson Guard.
Radiance might have actually been pretty good. I'm sure Radiance is actually really good versus the Ursa.
Yep.
Really get off his attacks, and yeah, he can't really think away once he's, like, done.
Alright,
but
so
Ursa,
we see the first Roche of the game, 23%.
Looks like they are going to go on Phoenix mid. He can probably drop here. Yep.
Yeah, no chance.
They're not going to go for the timer. I think UBC just want to make this distraction while Ursa finishes Roach, and that's what they will do. So Ursa also has the Orchid completed.
You see Clive going for a Breeze, which isn't bad considering the different silences.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay this game that the Tidehunter's not going for a blink, because UBC is really the ones doing the jumping, right? You want this Tidehunter to counter initiate. That's what NYU is trying to play.
I feel like Dire is building a bit too weak, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have many saves. Like, sure, you have a mech, but like the Rubik right now, he's going for a Blink Dagger, right? Which is amazing and all, but I feel like the Glimmer Cape could be amazing here.
I think Glimmer Cape is really like what he should have gone, especially versus Puck, which is really the big thing killing them, right? This Puck's doing so much work right now.
Speaking of which, this Puck is really close to an Aghanim. That's gonna be very, very frustrating Jugger.
For the Jug, right? Because the coil will snap on his spin.
Yeah, and I believe the damage difference is pretty, like, it's what, 600 damage or something?
I think 800 at next
800?
level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. It goes up to 800 after the next level. Wow. That's a lot.
So Phoenix has Crimson Guard completed. Definitely going to block out the physical damage coming in from the Ursa. But Ursa is still, you know, Fury Swipes.
Zeus opted for Yules, it looks like. So something to give him a little bit more survivability.
He did have that picked up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's just full building the Axe.
I would like something on the Phoenix to like stop the silence. Feel low, pretty okay.
Lotus would not seem that bad this game.
But like the Crimson Guard is pretty good against the Gyro, like at least in the mid game phase, right? And it's okay against Ursa, I guess.
Yeah. BKB is done on Gyro. Almost the
That's
Axe
gonna be big for him.
on Puck.
Gyro has a Scotty queued up. If I want that survivability, because think I was mentioning this earlier, right? Like, you have BKB, the only thing that can really kill you is Omni Slash. If the more you tank up, it's like, okay, what do I do? Like, Omni Slash is not going to do anything to me.
Like, right now,
how do we kill this Jar?
the net worth is actually like really small if you think about it. Just 2k for 26 minutes in. The difference is we see the discrepancy between the Puck and the Tide, and the Phoenix and the other supports in UBC, right?
Right, UBC supports are extremely poor, but like their cores are incredibly rich. Putting a lot into them right now. Looks like they want to catch this Jug running away from Phoenix Turbo Tire. They're going to catch him with Ursa. Not going to be enough damage to burst him.
Great heads-up play by him. Sees them back off the top tower and immediately leaves.
I think this Jug is really, you know, doing what he can right now, which is split pushing. Because honestly, I don't think NYU wants to fight into this lineup of UBC right now.
Oh, especially into
just
the
get
Aegis. You don't want to kill that Ursa twice.
Right, no doubt. Invisibility on Ursa, I don't think the ward can block that. So they might want to just sit behind the Ursa. Sit close to the other. Oh no, the lightning bolt's gonna catch him.
Oh, rip Zeus.
No, it didn't! The Orchid's gonna go onto the Zeus. Yule is gonna be onto the Ursa, but Zeus will be off. Phoenix Knight gonna drop us over to terrorize him. We're gonna kill off the egg with the Naga skill. They're gonna catch the Rubik as well. Maybe pop. Rubik's dead as well.
3 dead.
3 dead.
Ravage is still up, and they have 2 buybacks, so they should be able to.
They're just gonna try to cut the wave to prevent UBC from pushing any further. Zeus and Phoenix both 5.
GP's on cooldown. He needs to run back right now. GP's still on cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do really is cut that wave.
To be fair though, UBC doesn't have the best tower push. They're all pretty.
Ravage
The gyro.
Oh, Gyro's dead.
Puck gonna go down.
Oh, nice time by the Phoenix.
Phoenix
Looks like Jug's going for the intercept. Will he get the ult?
He's gonna jump to Ursa. And the Naga taking a lot of damage.
Naga is just dead.
Definitely dead. Wow, alright.
NYU turned around the fight with the buyback. Even though they did use 2 buybacks though.
Right, but like, keep in mind the new buybacks, like, they don't penalize your goals. Right?
Yeah, they actually came out 3,500 from that. So that almost, we might see the net worth here go pretty even after that exchange.
NYU opted to go high ground.
Less than 1k lead now.
And, go high ground.
Yeah, this is okay. So as soon as they buy back, we need to back off.
Arrow buys back. And
nice discipline from NYU.
Agreed. We'll see the Manta there, picked up by Juggernaut. See what else new item-wise we've got on the map. Tidehunter sitting on 2,300 gold with the Guardian, so he might opt for that Blink Dagger now.
So this Aegis is actually going to burn out in a few seconds.
Man, I feel like this Ursa is definitely regretting not going Basher. Because remember like the TP top Jug spinning earlier?
Yeah.
If that was a Basher, those 7 hits, that Jug would be dead. No question.
The Orchid is an interesting choice. I've seen a lot of Ursa builds, and I would say very few of them include Orchid. So.
Yeah, it's a bit like, it's nice in theory, but it's just a bit too like memey / like it's just
too situational,
meme, right?
I think. Like, best case scenario is you silence Tidehunter, no one hits him, and he doesn't get an ult off, you know?
Yeah.
Or you can silence Phoenix and then kill him. But
it's so nice in theory, but like there's just so many ways to itemize around. You could Glimmer away, you could Ghost Scepter, you could Manta it off. You can. There's so many items to buy to like counter a Yule Scepter. Whereas Basher, if you get stunned, you need your allies to help you, right?
Yeah. I think him going an earlier BKB would probably have been a better choice, but
Jug's sitting atop the net worth now.
Hindsight.
Kill up his Blink Dagger. He has the Manta now, so he can purge off some of the abilities from UBC, like the net and the silence from the Puck, as well as the Cursed Crown from Willow.
We see the Naga ended up not tongue-tied. He decided not to go the Meteor Hammer and decided to go for the Pipe, which is a pretty okay idea. I'm down with that. There's a Zeus, there's a Phoenix.
They know that there's a hero there after that smoke, but there you go.
So not gonna be enough to deny. They're gonna drop the coil as well.
Takes the smoke. Takes the smoke, so that's pretty good. That is an Ag's coil, by the way, now that it is completed on the Puck.
Keep in mind though, this support Phoenix is actually like really farmed, so it's a decent difference.
Yeah.
I believe the Phoenix is going for either a Solar Crest or my guess is a Halberd for the Ursa, as you cannot purge it off even within range or BKB.
Yeah, I would agree. It's good on. It's good. It's really good against both the cores of UBC, so most likely that Halberd. Solar
You
Crest.
just want to try their luck at high ground again. Naga going forward, trying to get a song off, but maybe catch a few people out of position. He's playing really
So I
aggressive.
think this tide should be like more forward as a sort of zone while giving space for Zeus to nuke the wave and cast spells. That's my opinion at least.
Rubik's gonna be burst down. Hunter Silence, he won't be able to get out the ravage quite yet.
Use your blade. Nice.
Oh, the Naga song's gonna come.
Anti-synergy, wasting Ursa's ulti. Jug is here as well. That was a really bad
Ravage
call.
does go
Ooh,
back.
that is an unfortunate Ravage.
Luckily-
as well as Naga.
Luckily for UBC, all 3 cores got out of their. That was a heavy miscommunication between the team and the Naga. Like,
Right.
Ursa pops his ulti, Gyro pops his call down, everything was ready to fight, and then you
Jari's
have
BKB
Naga
as
stall.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Now this Jug is really catching up. He's getting a lot of farm, a lot of
Oh,
space.
he's not just catching up, he's actually ahead, top down.
Right.
I love the Blink Dagger pickup. It's honestly one of my favorite items on Juggernaut. It's gonna allow him to kind of like be a little bit more greedy on the
Crazy
map,
mobility.
but also like help him secure a lot more kill potential in fights with just a.
And now he's queuing up.
Yeah, more notably, he hit the back line. Like, you have Ursa and Puck running in front, right? You need someone to get the Gyro on the back line. It's perfect for that stuff. We see
He's
Ursa
queuing up,
going
yeah.
for a nullifier.
Yeah, very
That's
good
gonna
item.
be
Very,
good.
very good item.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think Nullifier is definitely like one of the most underrated items right now. I've seen like a lot of like pro players like starting to pick those up in heroes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
it's
an
becoming
incredibly good
almost
item.
core late game on most carries in pro play. That being said, we're gonna most likely need to see a Lotus Orb coming out of NYU if they want to
Right.
do it correctly.
Like, there are various ways to deal with like Nullifier Orchid, right? You just can't be alone, which is why it's so good in a pub setting. But like in a 5v5 setting, maybe not, because you have like, again, like you said, you have teammates building defensive items for you. We see this Rubik going back for the Glimmer Cave. I really like that.
Roach is up as well, so I think UBC want to try to pick it off again and try to go high ground off of it.
That's like a 8-minute respawn, right? I don't think they know what's up yet.
That was a short respawn, man. They have not scouted it out yet. Neither team knows that it's.
Oh,
they
someone's
have.
pinging.
They're pinging it out. I think it was being word.
Zeus scouts it.
Alright.
Max, he
Well,
knows
That's a pretty telling sign for UBC too. If they're like anywhere close to the vicinity, you see the Puck
Yeah,
sees
let's
it.
see. Puck's gonna go into the rush with it. He's gonna see this Zeus wolf. He's gonna know.
Make a quick thunderbolt
Roach
to
up,
the
and that's
face.
actually, I believe that's an axe reveal on the Zeus.
Yeah, he just picked it up. So, I mean, Ag's Zeus cooldown very, very, very low. And honestly, really great to help initiate fights with, so we'll see how
It's
that
a
goes.
devastating teamfight item though. Like, you get the 0.5 second mini stun bolts, and you put it onto your egg when they're trying to focus it. The amount of chaos and damage it's just gonna cause, it's gonna be unbelievable.
We're gonna use the Phoenix top. He just used his dive. He's gonna pop the ult. And they're just gonna run away.
Really quickly realizing he does not have the attack speed and leaves.
NYU moving in to defend there.
Keep in mind though, that's Phoenix ulti down. They still have Ravage, but this might be a time for UBC to jump in, especially if they have BKBs. And they do, 2 of them on the
Coil's
course.
like just half the timing of Phoenix ult, so they might even have Coil up by the time this next fight happens. Gyro just dropping all down to just clear creep waves right now though.
Tide just
Don't
picked
have
up
it
his
up
Blink
quite
Dagger too, so that could be a interesting item for this upcoming fight if they choose to fight.
I think Blink Dagger is okay, I guess. I feel like you want to be more of a frontliner anyway. They're gonna run at you, but
Chug is in biz. He's up in.
do they have any sort of gems or sentries on the
I
side?
have no vision of him there. They just
UBC's run.
got
They wanna
spooked
get
and
out.
left. Didn't want to take the fight.
The Zunsack.
Let's
Juggernaut
I
gets
just-
Oh, keep wait!
Slash.
No!
He gets him. Wow.
Oh,
BKB cannot help him there.
Phoenix gonna jump in as well. They might even catch the Naga. No, they won't be able to
Okay.
catch up to her.
that's gonna be a tier 2 tower top.
They just dropped the Omni Slash. They still have Ravage up as well.
They know
Yeah,
Roche
he's
is up,
saving
so they're gonna
everyone.
opt to do
Oh,
that
shit.
right away.
Now they
Nice.
move to Roche.
No, but I'm not gonna gyro either. They know
This
that
is
from the last
huge
push.
for NYU.
Yeah.
Deny Ursa the second Roche, Aegis and Chi, absolutely pivotal. Ursa
And we were
games,
talking-
you need Roche to win.
We were talking about this earlier about how, yeah, UBC is getting a lot of farm on their cores, but like, look how NYU is spreading their farm, right? All these supports, Phoenix is incredibly farmed with this mic. And sure, like NYU, or sure, UBC has like a lot of farm on their cores, but look at the level differences, right? Hyde is level 18, Phoenix is level 17.
Alright,
Like,
so now UBC know this is happening with that Naga illusion, so let's see if they check
go with the potential Willows.
Great heads-up play by Juggernaut to
Nice spin.
Pick up
Very
Aegis
smart.
and now Naga has no idea. She's just running away. And NYU wants to chase forward. The Terrorize will be there, and it looks like UBC will get away just barely.
But yeah, I want to shout out to the Jug. Really had the decision to spin there. You have a Terrorize coming in, you have a Song coming, spinning, securing the Aegis as well as the cheese. Really clutch.
Yeah, that was very, very, very smart. And that's almost his Abyssal Blade, if we look at that. He's only maybe 1,000 gold off of it.
Oh, I think he... Actually, yeah, he's about like 500-ish away.
Puck going for the Hex. Let's see what else we got going on here. Scouting ult from Zeus. Feels good.
Yeah, man, like once you get past like the sort of early barrier, like after you hit your peak at 7, you get this late game sort of peak where you're just like spamming your ulti and you're putting these nemesis on the map. It's so frustrating to play against. What do you think you would take? The 275 cast range or the arc lightning damage? They're both so good.
I feel like you have to just take this cast range and just sit in the back. Like if this Ursa jumps you, you're dead. Or this Puck jumps you, you're dead, right? You use Yule. But like, this is just such a squishy hero that he's just gonna die.
That is very true. But on the other hand, the double damage of the arc lightning. Like
I usually choose the arc lightning when I play that hero.
Small.
And the only reason being is if I'm playing Zeus and I go for that cast range, it benefits you a lot on the lightning bolt, but not a lot on the arc lightning. Like your best bet is to kind of just get another mobility item most of the time.
We see
NYU is actually behind UBC.
Yeah, they're wrapping around.
UBC has no vision of this. Well,
They've got to know
has
this is happening.
vision.
They didn't opt to defend that top tower, so maybe they do see this coming, but maybe not. They do get scouted by the chicken, maybe?
Dire's top tower
No, they didn't
is
see
under
it.
attack.
I'm pretty sure the couriers scouted it, the spoke spot, and they're under the ward now, so they know for sure.
Yeah, they do.
UBC is just getting it out of dodge. Oh,
Yes,
shit,
yeah.
played by the Puck.
Puck blinks right back into the Tide Hunter.
Oh,
This guy,
Into the tire,
very well.
Oh, they're gonna commit the
Ravage
Ravage.
committed.
Dire's
They're gonna
top
get him in
tower is
time.
under attack.
Zeus ult, he's gonna dodge it with a face shift. Puck is gonna make it into the trees. Will he make it out alive? Blink of one more sec.
Oh my
He's gonna try to
god.
That was clutch. Ravage
Looks like
down.
he'll make it out.
Are scanning.
Now Ravage was committed and Zeus ult. Luckily, Jelly Beanball was able to make it out with the face shift dodging the Zeus ult. Still very big ult was
I
committed from
believe
NYU.
Kogan maybe... Nah, I think he's
What's
choosing
happening?
fast.
Zeus is actually off. I think he wants to make a play onto him. Bo's gonna stay. Jug's gonna jump in as well as
Nice.
spin.
Oh,
dead.
Zeus
Yeah.
as well. Bo's dead.
Rip Ko.
6
Why do you actually
armor,
want to just
1,000
push
health.
this advantage with? They don't have Zeus ult or Ravage, but they do have the Aegis on the Juggernaut.
And they
And
have
the cheese
cheese
on the Zeus.
Yeah, they have cheese on the Zeus as well. Puck gonna go cut that mid wave, so if they
Radiant's
want to
middle
push, they need to
tower
keep
is
that
under
wave
attack.
alive.
Radiant's
I
Looks
think
like
he's
they
really not sure for the beam, but I can't fault him. I think you want to preemptively pop the Crimson Bard though, in preparation for the song.
I agree.
fine.
UBC just
I
opting to
feel
rat
this
bottom,
Zeus
actually.
is basically should not be standing where he's standing. You don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
be
this is
anywhere
just
close to
Stanford.
there. That's all.
The song's gonna be committed from up to try to delay this a little longer.
He's a
while
cheese,
Jelly
though.
Beanball
Keep that in
pushes
mind.
bottom. And the song, really no fault.
Oh, that's
Gonna
not-
jump in.
that is
UBC,
not really
Victor's Fury's gonna jump in with Zeus. No fire committed as well. Zeus is gonna go.
Wait, he stole the Zeus. That's
No
really nice
fire
play.
used as well onto the Juggernaut. They're gonna kill Rubik as well. Jug's trying to spinning away to get away, but he
Oh,
doesn't have a
nice
TP.
blink.
He's in for. He's gonna blink, and NYU's in full retreat. Versus smoke out to try to be
he's
fast.
traded, but they got the kill on the mid as well as the
But
support.
he's nullifier on the illusion.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And Jug will make it out.
So in that
UBC
process,
turning it around.
they did manage to get the bottom T3 and put some serious damage into the racks as well. So
Yeah.
They need to help him. They need to help him right now.
They're going in far. They're trying to really kill off this Jug. Nullifire's gonna be committed for Ursa. He's just gonna die if he's
Why is he
not
not
careful.
ulted?
Terrorize use onto the Tide Hunter and Jug. That's gonna be committed onto the Puck with Dodge.
The Phoenix is just
a random Phoenix.
dunked on.
Phoenix Egg just using ultimate.
But yeah, Jug was nullified, but he's still ulti. I was confused why he didn't cast it there.
Oh, double nullifier coming out from UBC actually did so much in that fight.
But yeah, in the mid fight, the Zeus is definitely way out of position. Like, you're not gonna be hitting a tower with Zeus, right? There's no reason you should be like anywhere close to that.
Oh, absolutely. That Zeus just needs to sit back, let his carries do the damage to the buildings, and wait for a fight to break out. He has no presence being up
Radiant's
there.
bottom shrine is under attack.
Anyway, what item would you like to see on the jug next? I'm thinking like a Scotty or a Butterfly. Both are like really good.
I think
I think
it's
the
nullifier.
butterfly.
I would say nullifier or butterfly are his last two items by far.
I mean, the gyro picked up nullifier as well, so they really want to prevent this
Radiant's
joke from
bottom
using
shrine
anything that
is
he
under
has.
attack.
If you want to kill
Or the
Puck,
Zeus
you
for
need
that matter.
nullifier, you know.
Honestly though, I don't think Nullifier is the best versus Jug unless you have the fast Orchid as well, because they'll
Right.
just spin the Nullifier off.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what Big Man Theory was going for with this Orchid Nullifier. He really wants to just kill the joke, prevent him from doing anything. So he's still gonna scout out UBC, looking at the Ursa who's trying to make a play in the jungle. Unfortunately, no one is there.
Radiant's bottom
Jug
You
shrine
think
is
the
also
mind
under
runner
goes
attack.
forward.
He's running under. We're just gonna pop Manta, just push it out. Like actually, he's gonna
Lots
try
of
to
the shrine for sure.
Jug is still staying around. UBC is actually bringing heroes. They know he's there with this wall.
Ooh,
Radiant
nice scan.
are scanning.
He's gonna make it out in time.
Radiant's bottom shrine
There
is
he
under
goes. This
attack.
BTB.
Good play by him.
This Jug is just being a huge nuisance for UBC, just constantly pushing in these waves, and UBC has to react to this. Both teams, though, have taken down tier 3, so the shrines are available for the claiming.
On the
And
bright
he's
side,
actually going to be smoked out behind the Jug.
Oh, team fight's gonna be coming, I feel.
That is coming
They
here.
don't have any vision,
And they're
unfortunately.
surrounding each
So
other.
they do get the lid,
Oh, they're actually
Star,
going to catch
right
the
on
Ursa, grab it.
He will
Ursa
go down
is
him
dead.
immediately.
Naga
Nice!
Song is going to try to turn it around, but it's not going to be enough. Rubik with that stolen ensnare, really just preventing Ursa from
I
using
feel like I
anything as
should
well.
need to like blame the Naga a little. He had a pipe. It probably would have still ended up with Ursa dying, but like it would be like 2 more bolts or something like that. He definitely should at least
Dire's
try to
middle
cast
tower
it.
is under attack.
I mean, that Ursa was 1,700 gold for the favor of Dire right there, and they did use the Ravage, but definitely worth it. Killing Ursa is very important.
Yeah, for sure. Like at least a minute of that is gonna be done. It's gonna be like useful downtime where UBC can't fight anyway with Ursa, right? They just have no extra damage with just the gyro alone.
Radiant's bottom
NYU
shrine
gonna take the
is
spot
under
tower,
attack.
pretty much uncontested. What do you guys think Phoenix is going here with that point booster? Probably.
Radiant's
Could be nice. Try to pull in a hero that, you know, I think what Phoenix is trying to do here is, right, like Ursa jumps a hero, right, with Nullifier, or Phoenix just pulls him in with Egg, and then you're like, oh, well, now what? We just bursted all that on this one hero, but now Phoenix is going to bring it back.
Oh my god, the Icarus dived range.
I feel like that's a double-edged sword. I feel like that could be
Yeah, it's good and
really
bad at
good
the
or
same
really
time.
awful.
Because you can still burst the Phoenix, and then the hero inside is like, oh, I'm dead too now. Ooh.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it drops Zusags into the Phoenix, onto the Puck top. They did not barely
Yeah,
gonna
you
do
don't
it.
want to be man fight a Zeus unless you have burst damage now.
You also don't want to man fight him
Really
under a
awful.
Nimbus.
Damage
Fair enough.
Gyro gonna run out in a sec, but Juka's invis might be able to search. Oh, there's a double damage bottom, which neither team is scouted. Actually, Ursa going towards.
Yeah, BBT gonna
That's
see
gonna
right
be
now.
kind of scary for UBC, or for NYU. Double
Oh,
damage.
he's
Ursa.
in this jug. Oh, Abyssal?
Chuck is gonna scout out. He's gonna pop the abyssal onto.
You need an ulti. You need an ulti.
Radiant's top
Touch.
Spin,
shrine
spin.
is under
No.
attack.
Won't
Nope,
do it.
he's gonna be.
I feel like you should have just gone for it, actually. I think the
Roche's-
Abyssal time is enough.
I mean, you do
Roche's
have the
gonna respond.
opportunity to bash during
Dire's
your ult
bottom
as well,
shrine
so that
is
could
under
be
attack.
Right, and you had Zeus ulti as burst as damage as well, so like, I think might have been close, but it might have been enough, I feel.
So Roche is gonna respond in a few seconds, and this refresher shard might be really big for both teams.
Right, we have it on Tide, Naga.
Yeah, Tide double Ravage is really going to be big for killing off the Ursa before you can really pop me. This deep ward from UBC is actually going
see
to
the
scout
smoke.
out the smoke.
Yeah.
Right, I was
UBC's
gonna-
in full
I was
retreat.
gonna
This
mention
Jan's going to
earlier,
catch
I feel like-
UBC.
I feel like both teams need a gem pretty badly. Like, you have a Zeus and all, but you still want to, like... Oh, it's Naga might get caught, though.
Naga might be
He
caught. Joke
sees-
sees him. As
Oh,
long as
it's
he's
simple.
if they're on both, he's going to die. from the Zeus TPing it, or thinking it.
Yep, just gonna saw him.
Great play.
So
Not really
Blink,
committing much.
This one's buyback though, so they can't threaten high ground.
Link up on the Zeus now. Just want to going for catch plays, or maybe to disengage as well.
Yeah. It's just a good item. If he gets hit with a sleep, like, you might be able to blink out, but not if Nullifier says anything.
Anyway, Puck is level 25, went for a GPM talent. He is rich as all hell. He's going for a max Dagon. That's gonna be
Max Dagon.
devastating in team fights.
Just try to burst the Jug, maybe, or the Zeus. Just burst anyone who can, really.
Dire's top
Oh,
I
tower
would
is
like
under
one more
attack.
defensive item on this Puck though, like a Lincoln's or something, you know?
Jug is
Because,
in
like-
the rush. So Jug is actually queuing out the butterfly as well. I think this Roche is actually going to be like probably like one of the game deciders.
Right, and UBC have no vision around the area.
Yeah,
I feel like the
no
Rook
idea.
he might give it away. With that said, it's going up pretty slowly.
I think
The Puck
UBC's going to know
might
something.
scout it.
Puck is checking right now.
Cole's pinged it, and yeah, they scouted it. They didn't get out right now. This is going much too slowly.
And if this creep wave's being shoved and didn't show it enough.
Oh.
So they do see them
UBC's
now
bringing
with
here.
those
Oh,
wards.
they
They're
see
standing
what's
on the
under the
high
ward.
ground.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they're going to bring heroes in. Call down drop.
I don't like the use of that Nimbus. It's gonna
Dire's
just be
top
killed
Look
now.
at top.
Yeah.
This creep
In the
wave's
30-second
pushing it.
window. Oh, you're right.
Top
It's just gonna be
barracks
forced
are
back.
under attack.
And now NYU's like, they can't do anything now. They have to get out. And UBC's actually going to claim this Roche.
Maybe not. Because Rabbit's have A. You don't want to be there.
Phoenix Sun gonna go jump in.
Oh my god, gets bashed into Abyssal! Oh my gosh!
That's not enough. Ursa's gonna buy back. They want to fight this.
They wasted a nullifier on the Phoenix. Oh no!
Omni Slash up to the Jug. Phoenix
Oh,
is gonna
check
come
this
out.
out. The Omni Slash.
Counter song from Rubik, and this Ravage is gonna go into the Gyro. Gyro's dead. Gyro
That was a bit of
He's
ass.
gonna die, and well, Ursa's in here. He's trying to kill off heroes, but he's using his BKB, but everyone's fighting. And Naga's gonna die. Terrorize is gonna come in and
What's
NYU
happening? Everyone's buying back. Everyone's dying. But we see NYU has the lead.
NYU's coming out on top, but now the call is gonna be dropped. Phoenix is gonna go down. Do everything he can to
If
first
they
down
can
this
finish
Ursa.
off the Ursa here, this is...
I think Ursa's dead.
Yeah,
Gyro's
so is
dead.
Zyro.
That's your buyback. This is
Ursa
over.
and Gyro died. Phoenix is gonna buy back. They want to end this game right now. They're gonna take Roche.
They should finish
Probably
Roche
run it down
before
mid.
going, but it looks like they're just pinging the base.
No, Jug wants to run it down mid. He wants to end this game. I'm sure his
I
path
think
is
she's
down
in
mid.
mid, honestly. Like they have no buybacks.
Yeah, but they're dead for another 90
think
seconds.
it's-
You need the
it's
wave
just
still anyway, so...
There still is a tier 2 top,
Yeah.
but you can't mega them, unfortunately. You might as well secure the refresher shot and everything, right? That is true.
I think, yeah, I think Ricky was saying this as well. Like they didn't have a creep wave fight yet, and I think they just wanted to. I mean, they had the time, right? They had that downtime
right.
between it. They take it fast. So
Still, that was a
Refresher
sick
and
team fight. Like, other than the slightly questionable song by the Rubik, you know, nullifying most of the Omni Slash, that was
Right,
a
I
bit
think-
unfortunate, but everything else, beautiful.
Yeah, that was a
UBC
great
really
fight.
miscommunicating that fight though. Like the Dream Coil drop during the song, Terrorize
Oh,
drop.
they're going for tier 4, it's ending it.
They're actually going for the game.
I don't think UBC can stop this.
Puck has
Oh,
refresher.
the coil.
Coil synergy
Gear
with the
combo.
Dream Coil.
But Juxta is killing him,
Enough,
so
though.
ultimately this is going to be futile,
They're
unfortunately.
still trying to buy time for the Ursa and Gyrocopter to beat.
Has
I
fallen.
think
Yeah, with
NYU
30
was
seconds
more.
left, I think
Joke's
you
gonna
want to
go
go
bottom. He's trying to take another lane of
max. Right.
Radiant's middle barracks has
Keep in mind we
fallen.
have refresher shot on Tide. And he has a cheese as well, so he definitely get both ultis off. This is gonna be really scary. We have coil on Rubik as well.
Radiant
He's hitting hard. They're gonna
That's a dead Naga. And if they get the lift, could be
try the
the...
counter flow into Phoenix like as well to try and keep everyone away.
Oh,
But
I
Joke's
Jug
gonna
ult
go
in the base.
Honestly, she's on the Yule's Puck, but Jug's just gonna run his way outside of the fountain.
I think he
Butterfly,
can back up a bit.
Radiant's
Both
bottom
forces will
barracks
come
are
now.
under
So now you have the Gyro and the Ursa up.
Gyro.
The refresher.
Refresher used on. Silencer still has refresher edge.
2 seconds. 2.
Few seconds to
What?
Rabbit.
Ravage time. With her BKB.
And
Gets
he's
duels.
used-
Ravage is coming.
First Ravage uses heal. Cheese refresher uses
Oh,
kill
yeah.
Gyro and Ursa again.
Beautiful.
And the
GG
GG
comes out
is
from
called.
NYU taking an incredibly intense game one.
We had our
Wow.
misgivings about the draft, but like, you know, they survived the laning phase. They got their farm. They weren't a bit greedy, but like they survived without punishment, right? And they just executed these team fights so well.